10 key things air purifiers get rid of. There are many things air purifiers can get rid of that it's difficult to keep track. In this video, we show you the top 10 pollutants air purifiers can get rid of. Briefly put, air purifiers can get rid of 3 major categories of pollutants. These include airborne pollutants in the form of particulate matter, like dust and pollen, gaseous and vapor airborne pollutants like odors and volatile organic compounds, and finally, surface pollutants like mold and dust mite. To list them, the 5 main groups of pollutants air purifiers can get rid of include particulate matter, odors, germs and microorganisms, gases and insects. Most of the things most air purifiers can remove are obviously airborne. However, there are some air purifiers that can even, indirectly help to get rid of pollutants or unwanted contaminants that you find on surfaces. With this in mind, here are the top 10 pollutants air purifiers can get rid of. Number 1. Mold and mildew. Mold and mildew are particulate matter. They are fungi that grow on walls and various surfaces and become airborne. Mold and mildew are naturally present in the air, but they can infest your home if your home is not well cleaned and has damp or high humidity levels. Basement, bathroom, and kitchens are the usual breeding grounds for mold. Mold and mildew flare up allergies and can make you really sick. When exposed to mold, you can get sick building syndrome, fungal infections, and allergic reactions like rashes, asthma attacks, watery eyes, and runny noses. They even affect your mood, with some researchers saying they contribute to depression. To get rid of mold and mildew, use HEPA, PCO, or TSS air purifiers. In addition, use a dehumidifier to deal with moisture, and ensure proper drainage and plumbing to prevent damp on your walls and floors. Number 2. Germs, viruses and bacteria. Germs including bacteria and viruses are particulate matter ranging from 0.004 to 10 microns in size. Airborne germs come from many places. Some of the common places include people coughing and sneezing, pets, and even bacteria colonies built up in your air conditioner if it's not maintained. Airborne germs in your home can cause you to catch different types of flu, eczema, and other communicable infections. Meningitis, TB, chickenpox, and many other diseases can be caught through indoor air. Use PCO, TSS, HEPA, ionic or UV air purifiers to get rid of airborne germs around your home. Number 3. Dust mite. Dust mite are particulate matter and they are microscopic insect-like pests. They actually look like spiders when you look at them on a microscope. Dust mite are naturally everywhere, but they thrive in homes where there is a lot of dust, warmth, and humidity. Dust mite themselves are not dangerous, but what's dangerous about them is the fecal matter and body parts once they die. These become airborne and when inhaled can cause asthma flare-ups, skin irritations, and other allergies. You can use ozone generators to kill dust mite on surfaces like curtains, furniture, and beddings, but take the necessary precautions to protect yourself against ozone. As for airborne dust mite pollutants, PCO and HEPA air purifiers will serve you well. Number 4. Pet dander. Dander is related to pet hair, scales, and feathers. It is microscopic skin particles, which are naturally shed periodically by pets. Dander comes from mammals to reptile pets, which all shed skin periodically, as part of their natural skin replacement process. Dander can collect on your beddings, furniture and various surfaces around your home in addition to being airborne. It triggers rhinitis and various other allergies in humans. You can also get rid of pet dander using HEPA, PCO and ionic air purifiers. Number 5. Pollen. Pollen is particulate matter and a coarse powdery substance containing pollen grain, which is a male plant's version of sperm. Pollen comes from plants, and usually plants release pollen in large quantities in spring and summer as part of their reproductive process. When pollen in the outdoor air enters and becomes airborne in your home, it can trigger asthma attacks, but more commonly pollen causes hay fever. If you have any reaction to pollen, you can use PCO and HEPA air purifiers to significantly reduce the amount of airborne pollen in your dwelling. Number 6. Insects. Insects are among the largest group of invertebrates and they cause particulate pollution in your home. They are naturally everywhere outdoors. The main culprits are airborne insects that fly into your home seeking shelter, food, and light. Some insects bite and can spread viruses by biting or stinging you, while others release fecal matter into your air, which causes you all sorts of allergies. The first line of defense against insects when it comes to air purifiers is mesh screens for doors leading outside your home. A good example of this is the Magic Mesh Screen. Next, PCO, ionic, and HEPA air purifiers can help to greatly reduce pollutant byproducts of insects. Some air purifiers also clean out tiny airborne insects like mosquitoes and gnats. Number 7. Dust. Dust is simply fine particles of solid matter that settles on surfaces. Dust is generally in the atmosphere and comes from the soil and day-to-day human activity like driving and construction, and is blown into the air by the wind. The main concern with dust is that it causes allergies. Besides this, it can cause various lung diseases. People with sinuses are no strangers to how dust can really cause you discomfort. HEPA air purifiers are your best bet with dust, but you can also use PCO, TSS, and revitalizer air purifiers to deal with it. Stick to true HEPA air purifiers for the finest of dust particles. Number 8. Traffic pollution. Traffic pollution consists of volatile organic compounds and particulate matter including dust, benzene, lead, carbon monoxide, and many other pollutants. It obviously comes from cars commuting on roads, and it can cause lung damage, breathing and neurological problems, and also your home to become covered with soot and dirt. Get rid of traffic pollution with an activated carbon HEPA air purifier or PCO air purifier that is also combined with activated carbon. Number 9. Smoke. Secondhand smoke is tobacco or marijuana smoke inhaled involuntarily by others who are not doing the smoking. It consists of both particulates like tar and gaseous pollutants. It all comes from humans smoking inside or near your home. Tobacco causes numerous health problems including sudden infant death syndrome, asthma attacks, ear infections, and respiratory problems. Long-term exposure to tobacco smoke also leads to cancer. Things are not as bad with weed smoke, but you can get mentally impaired with long-term exposure. You will need an activated carbon HEPA or PCO air purifiers to deal with secondhand smoke. Number 10. Odors. Odors are smells of all sorts. They can be bad or good smelling, and they are gaseous in nature. Smells come from a variety of sources. They are usually volatile organic compounds, as they often come off solids like wood, or liquids like juice, or cleaning detergents. Common sources of odors in your home include cooking, sink smells, cigarette smoke, your bin, pets, body odor, and your toilet. Odors get irritating, and that's why we try to get rid of them. However, they can be dangerous. They cause nausea, reduce your productivity, cause headaches, dizziness, and many other health problems. Some people also react to normal cologne and perfume odors as they have fragrance sensitivities and multiple chemical sensitivities. To get rid of odors in your home, you will need a HEPA or PCO air purifier with an activated carbon filter. There are so many more things air purifiers can get rid of. Follow the link in the video description to see a full list of pollutants that air purifiers can get rid of.